In the heart of a small Nigerian village named Umuofia, where the sun cast golden rays on shanty homes and laughter rang through the air like the jubilant sound of drumming, lived a woman named Ebele. She was known for her unmatched culinary skills, especially during the festive season of Christmas. Each year, she would set up a lavish spread in front of her humble abode, inviting villagers to feast on her delectable dishes, all for free. Her maize stew, jollof rice, and pepper soup were legendary, drawing people from neighboring villages, but beneath the surface of Ebele's hospitality lurked something dark and sinister. It began innocuously. The first few Christmases people relished her food without consequence. However, whispers soon turned into chilling murmurs. Those who partook of Ebele's bountiful meals started experiencing a string of unfortunate events. Chima was a well-respected businessman in Umuofia, known for his prosperous trade in textiles. One snowy Christmas day, he joyfully joined the other villagers at Ebele's feast. As he savored her spicy jollof rice, a goblet of jubilation in his hand, he laughed heartily among friends. Days later, Chima woke to find that his entire inventory of textiles had vanished overnight, stolen from under his very nose. In a panic, he sought help from the local police, but no trace of the goods could be found. His fortune dwindled, and soon, he couldn't afford to keep his shop open. The laughter that once echoed in his heart faded, replaced by an ominous shadow of despair. Dyke, a farmer in the village, had always been full of vigor and optimism. When he sampled Ebele's famed pepper soup on another Christmas, he felt as if he had tasted the very spirit of the holiday season. But from that day forth, everything changed. His crops, which once thrived, began to wither. The rains came too late, or not at all, and pests ravaged his field. Each time he tried to plant anew, nature seemed to conspire against him. Soon, he could not feed his family, and whispers of the curse followed him like a specter, leaving him in disgrace. Then there was Ife, a beautiful seamstress who had drawn admirers from afar. After eating Ebele's food during a festive gathering, her relationships crumbled one after another. The man she had been courting for months suddenly vanished, leaving behind nothing but a note that spoke of his undying love for another. Friends turned into shadows, and her reputation began to sour. People whispered that bringing an ill fate upon oneself was an act of foolishness. Ife withdrew into solitude, her once bright spirit dulled, draped in a veil of misfortune. As the tale spread, the villagers began to shun Ebele. But unlike them, she did not seem bothered. Her eyes gleamed with every gossip, every tale of horror twisted around her name. Ebele, it turned out, relished her growing wealth, unlike any other. While her neighbors suffered, she expanded her culinary empire. People from distant towns began to come for her free food, ignorant of the deeper cause that lay in every grain of rice sprinkled on their plates. On one fateful Christmas, a courageous soul, a witch doctor named Nnamdi, decided to confront Ebele. He sought her out, demanding to understand the dark cloud over her feast. As they stood face to face, Nnamdi recognized that Ebele's true power came not just from her food, but from an ancient pact buried deep within her family lineage, one that required a sacrificial bond with destiny's misfortune. In a fit of fury and jealousy, she had chosen to feed her suffering to the people, gaining their misfortunes while obscuring her own. With villagers shrinking away from her, her eerie laughter echoed in her empty compound, a haunting symphony in the night. The villagers of Umuofia learned to warn their children on Christmas, avoid Ebele's feast. What tastes sweet may burn your soul. Yet, every year, despite the warnings, a few brave souls hungered for what she offered, driven by ignorance or desperation. And Ebele, ever the opportunist, continued to serve her cursed meals, feasting on the misfortunes of those who dared partake. As the years rolled on, the cycles of prosperity and destruction intertwined inexorably. Ebele became a legend, cloaked in both admiration and fear, a dark reminder that kindness, when twisted by greed, could turn to misfortune before the sun set on the day. In the end, her cooking, meant to celebrate life, turned into a vessel of dread, a tale to be passed down through generations, told by firesides late into the night. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you in my next video.